On February 5th, 2016, the U.S. Department of Labor released its latest jobs report, noting specifically that the current unemployment rate of 4.9% is the lowest such metric in 8 years. However, a deeper look into the numbers and how they are categorized reveals the deceptive nature of the statistic. First, we have to recognize who is considered unemployed, which typically means those who have just recently declared availability in the workforce. The unemployment rate for those who haven't been employed over the past 27 weeks or the long-term unemployed is still extremely elevated at nearly 27%. This is more than 3 percentage points higher than it ever was during the George W. Bush administration. Second, younger people are having the most difficulty in acquiring a job. Well, that comes as no surprise given that these workers typically have no prior professional experience. There is still a noticeable jump in average unemployment of 35% between the Bush years and the current Obama administration. This indicates that even among low-wage income jobs, the opportunities are significantly less than ever before. Third, some improvement in overall unemployment statistics have come at the expense of white Americans nominally and Asian Americans on a per capita basis through affirmative action and other racial redistribution programs. However, African Americans, who are by far the biggest recipient of racial redistribution programs, still maintain an extremely elevated unemployment rate of nearly 9%. The data is unequivocally clear. Comparing the lowest level of unemployment between the Bush and Obama years, African Americans saw a spike of 9%, whereas whites saw an increase of 19% and Hispanics at 23%. However, the biggest increase in unemployment velocity was among Asians, who registered an astounding 33%. There is no explanation as to why Asians, who typically value attributes such as education and entrepreneurism, would have a more than 200% increase in unemployment velocity than African Americans, who overrepresent in criminality other than racism and reverse discrimination. In a Los Angeles Times article entitled "For Asian Americans, a Changing Landscape on College Admissions," journalist Frank Xiong documented that Asian university candidates are penalized on standardized testing just for being Asian. As it turns out, African American students receive the highest amount of what is termed bonus points for standardized testing. Yet despite Obama's pandering and overt racism favoring African Americans over all other Americans, their unemployment rate currently stands at 8.8%, just 1.2% below the peak total unemployment rate during the height of the Great Recession. Every American should be up in arms about this silent redistribution of wealth. It penalizes whites and Asians for striving for excellence while putting a very serious question mark on African American achievements. It ultimately rewards mediocrity while simultaneously stripping the incentive for productivity and innovation. Some would call this change. I call it for what it is: socialism.